Seekers of redemption, you were chosen. Band together and prepare to claim the life of the Night Lord.
What's up, everybody? I must confess, I'm palpitating, at least for the past 5 hours, actually. I'm giddier than a schoolboy with straight A's. I'm not sure how that reference fits, but yeah. So why am I palpitating? Why am I so giddy today? It's Elden Ring Nightreign. Oh boy! Oh Lord God Almighty. But before I continue, it's important to note that all the footage in this video was provided by Bandai Namco themselves, as no personal captures were permitted during the network test. Unfortunately, this means that some of the incredible moments I've seen some incredible players achieve may not be perfectly represented in this video. So you will just get to hear them, but you will not get to see them. That sounded better in Yoruba, like but you know what I mean. So imagine a world where you and your closest allies forge legends, not in isolations, but, together, where every battle, every story beat, and every epic boss fight is no longer yours to conquer, but a shared responsibility, a shared saga. We've seen glimmers of this dream before. Yeah, I'm talking about God of War Ascension, which dared to experiment with multiplayer in an action-packed setting. Skyrim, together, brought co-op to the lands of Tamriel, and even Dragon Age Inquisition dabbled in multiplayer quests here and there. Yet none truly delivered the seamless, immersive, narrative-driven RPG experience that we crave. Until now. I must confess, I consider this the next step in gaming evolution. An RPG that finally breaks the boundaries of single-player storytelling while keeping the depth, choices, and immersion intact. Not a half-hearted add-on, not a side mode, a full-fledged co-op experience built from the ground up. I am Akanni, and you're welcome back to Akanni Plays, and I'll be giving you my first impressions, my thoughts from the network test of the absolutely phenomenon that is Elden Ring Nightreign. But before we dive in, please don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons and turn on the notification bell so that every time we turn out the content on this channel, you will be the first to know. And without further ado, let's dive right into Elden Ring Nightreign.
Stand tall. The night is far from over. Little pillager, bent on sacking the lands of gold. I will swat away any and all who dare approach.
Band together and prepare to claim the life of the Night Lord.
In Elden Ring Nightreign, tragedy must be averted, and for that, your skill is essential as the player. This game is not a battle royale, even though you may want to, compare. Even those who enjoy the battle royale genre, Elden Ring Nightreign evokes the same tense white-knuckle moments as a storm closing in during a Fortnite match. The final desperate sprint towards safety, whether it be a shrinking castle in a battle royale or a last-second dash to a life saving sight of Great and Nightreign, it is almost the same familiar kind of intensity, trust me. However, Nightreign removes all PvP elements, and yes, even though it's not there, they weren't missed at all. Instead, players drop into a map with a squad, starting from scratch and scavenge for resources to grow stronger before the next battle, up to the climatic and absolutely cinematic final battle. The game captures the same risk-reward tension of survival as the base game and yes, the DLC. Deciding to loot a church for just one more flask charge as the circle closes in, or experiencing the heartbreak of a devastating loss after carefully building up your character showcases the game's battle royale influences. Definitely. Yet, after consuming about 4 hours of content from the upcoming stress test build, it's clear that Nightreign is poised to uphold the Elden Ring name without tarnishing it. Tarnish. Get it? At the start of each match, players choose from 4 available classes, with a total of 8, planned for launch. At the end of the day, it's going to be 8, The current selection includes the well-balanced Wylder, the fast but fragile Duchess, the tanky Guardian, and the magic-wielding Recluse. Each class offers unique strengths and weaknesses, although during this run, the Duchess stood out for her powerful abilities and nimble dodges. Reminds me of the speed of the Dex Arcane build, from the base game and the DLC. The Recluse, while incredibly strong, suffers from a lack of FP flasks, making it one of the more challenging classes to master, by my standards, that is. Each class follows a specific leveling path and features distinct skills and ultimate abilities. The Duchess, for example, possesses a powerful ability that repeats the last 1.5 seconds of damage an enemy has taken, with a short cooldown to boot. And guess what? That mechanic applies to all the damage dealt by teammates as well, making it a strategic tool in battle. Other classes have similarly impactful abilities, like the Wylder delivers a devastating AoE attack, and the Guardian conjures a protective shield that revives fallen allies, and the Recluse curses enemies, granting HP and FP regeneration to attackers. While squads can double down on classes, diversifying your team composition can be very advantageous. Upon starting a fresh run, players find themselves in Nightreign's version of the Roundtable Hold, where they can matchmake with random players or use a multiplayer password to join their friends. This reminds me of those days of Medal of Honor LAN parties. A brief cutscene follows, sending the squad soaring over Limvale, not to be mistaken for Limgrave, before landing to begin their run. Matches last between 30 to 40 minutes, structured as a 3-day cycle with 5 distinct phases: Day 1, Night 1, Day 2, Night 2, and then the final boss. You may have heard somewhere before that it's actually a 3-day cycle. Do not be fooled.
No, you believe it.
The first day offers complete freedom to explore and level up. Everyone starts at level 1 with basic gear, aside from relics earned from previous runs that provide persistent buffs. A common strategy is to head straight for an enemy camp for a quick experience boost, a crucial step for facing tougher foes later on. The map is filled with points of interest, of course, definitely, each offering different rewards. For example, churches, of course, grant additional flask charges. Castles have mini bosses with powerful gears, and towers, those magic towers like those ones from the Onion of the Lakes, contain puzzles that yield powerful upgrades. I reckon, just like the base game, they will mostly contain powerful magic upgrades. At first, the vastness of Limvale can feel overwhelming, but as the encroaching circle forces players forward, they quickly learn to prioritize exploration and efficiency. Movement also is significantly faster compared to the base game. Sprinting has been streamlined to the left stick press instead of the traditional circle or B button, and is also roughly twice as quick. Fall damage removed entirely, allowing for easier traversal, and players can even parkour over walls or use spirit springs for added mobility. Some sweet movement around the map. Yeah, I saw it. Character progression is similarly optimized. Leveling up is as simple as pressing a button at the site of grace. Each class follows a predetermined upgrade path, eliminating the need to manually distribute start points. Players can level up multiple times in quick successions, making the process fluid and very efficient. While Nightreign retains the methodical combat of Elden Ring, its loot system introduces a roguelike twist. Your loadout will not include traditional armor, just shields, 6 weapon slots, and 2 amulet slots. Each equipped weapon passively contributes to the character's build, even if it isn't actively used. For example, a dagger that procs high frost damage can be paired with a spear that boosts status effects build up, enhancing the overall synergy of a frost-focused build or any build whatsoever. The game encourages adaptability, as some runs will result in perfectly optimized builds, while others may leave players struggling with mismatched bonuses. This is normal. Yeah, even in the DLC and the base game. I remember. Beyond weapons, bosses drop stat upgrades and modifiers, some of which can dramatically alter gameplay. Standard bonuses like increased physical damage are useful but somewhat unremarkable, whereas others, such as lightning strikes triggering with every dodge or frost novas activating while sprinting, offer exciting new combat and gameplay strategies. While the daytime phases feel relatively manageable, the night bosses serve as the real skill check. At the end of each cycle, a minor earth tree signals the arrival of the night boss. Performance in these fights often determine the fate of the entire run, most of the time. A team that barely scrapes by on night 1 will likely struggle against tougher foes, later on. Conversely, a dominant victory suggests a strong build and smooth progression. Day 2 follows a similar pattern, of course, allowing further exploration and leveling. However, occasional interruptions, such as this guy, Margaret, the Fell Omen, who will relentlessly pursue your squad. This can add unexpected challenges. Now, dying during the day results in dropped runes and a respawn at the nearest site of grace, with the primary consequence being lost time. Time is actually very valuable in this particular game. But a full wipe during a night boss fight means game over, requiring starting from scratch. Ouch. By nighttime, the difficulty spikes dramatically. During the playtest, I saw 2 different boss encounters, either a formidable demon that, while challenging, felt manageable, or a trio of sentinel knights, which proved overwhelmingly difficult. Those horseback guys. I know. Across the different runs I witnessed, only one team managed to clear night 2, emphasizing the steep learning curve that Elden Ring is known for. However, day 3 functions differently from previous cycles. Rather than, another round of exploration, players are given a final opportunity to spend remaining runes on levels or consumables before facing the final boss. Depending on how the team performed, each player is rewarded with a relic that proves a permanent upgrade for future runs. These range from minor stat boosts to build-defining modifiers. In this current patch, I wouldn't call it patch or a build, this appears to be Nightreign's primary form of progression, though the full game may offer additional depth that we do not yet know. Now, this is my submission. Ultimately, Elden Ring Nightreign delivers exhilarating experiences. And I'm choosing to pluralize that because it's not just one experience at the end of the day. It's actually exhilarating experiences. The sense of triumph after narrowly securing victory rivals the satisfaction of conquering Elden Ring's toughest foes. Each run feels fresh, with unique builds and unpredictable encounters, keeping players engaged. The collective excitement of finally taking down a dreaded boss highlights the best aspects of this Souls-like genre. However, content's longevity remains a question. As it stands, Nightreign may feel somewhat light on variety, making future updates and additions crucial for long-time appeal, which was the first issue I noted. The essence of a multiplayer game is not just in its replayability, but the sheer amount of content that keep a great number of audience continuously hooked. That is why first and third person games like, Marvel Rivals, Call of Duty, Fortnite have fresh content over time. Finally, it looks like the developers have studied the failures and successes of the past. God of War Ascension struggled to balance its mechanics in the multiplayer space. Fable Legends never saw the light of day. Yeah, I remember. Final Fantasy 15 Comrades had the ambition but lacked the execution. But now everything is changing. The potential is here. The world is ready. And this? This could be that RPG multiplayer experience that finally gets it right. Just like Elden Ring built on and set the pace for a true open world experience that Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild created, this could actually be the benchmark for that RPG multiplayer experience that we've never seen before. With the summer of 2025 release, just around the corner, it will be interesting to see how the final product evolves. Yet, even after days away from the playtest, Nightreign still lingers in my mind, a testament to its potential. This has been Akanni, and please don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and please drop your comments in the comment section below on what you think about this. Do you think this is actually going to be a hit? Of course, contrary to everything that I've been talking about, just basically gushing over everything. But then, I want to know what you think in the comment section below. Until the next video, take it easy, guys.